The tabloid also quoted Oprah's father, Vernon, as saying, "She may be admired by the world, but I know the truth. So does God, and so does..."
Imagine for your own dad to say that. That shows you must be hiding something. Hello, what's the crack? What's the story? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out something crazy. Oprah Winfrey is getting cancelled after new revelations. I know how big this lady is. I wasn't born when she was, doing a thing. But over here in the UK, everyone knows Oprah Winfrey. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what she's done or what's going on. This is gonna be good. Let's go.
I know it when the cameras aren't running. That's why Oprah Winfrey does not want to sit down publicly with me nor my husband to have a conversation.
Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader. Why do you think she has that school in South Africa? Why does she hang out with who she hangs out with?
Oh, she was friends with, what's that guy's name? Weinstein? She was friends with him as well. This is gonna be juicy. Oh my god. I don't wanna miss this. Oh! Fox.
Rose McGowan has put Oprah on blast. Rose recently called out Oprah on Twitter over her past associations with some controversial men. Rose wrote, quote, "From being..."
Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do and stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments.
When most people think Oprah, first thing that comes to mind is that she's a legend that's made her mark in the industry. And while this may be true, she has also managed to remain at the center of several scandals over the years. Well, it seems those scandals are starting to catch up with her, as she was recently called out and canceled by the vast majority. But I know that's hard to believe.
I feel like all these people, man, people tend to treat them like they're not human beings. She's still human. It's like, what's his name? Bill Cosby. People loved this geezer for years. And then we found out he did some crazy stuff. Michael Jackson. Yeah, don't treat these people like God. They're not God. There might be allegations, but they're sounding a bit true here. But I can't hear more. Let me just keep quiet. Let me just relax. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Believe, considering the standard she's created for herself in the industry, but you'd be surprised about just how shady her journey to the top has been. Good thing you have me, because I'm here with all the gist. So just stay tuned till the end so you don't miss exactly what she did that tipped the public over.
And if the abuser is any good, he or she is going to make you feel like you're a part of it.
As someone in showbiz, it's generally almost impossible to completely avoid scandals. But even with as hard as it may be, Oprah takes the scandal game to the next level, as the television diva has been repeatedly caught up in a series of less than ideal situations.
I didn't know that.
One thing that has been constant about these situations she's been in is that they usually involve another party. To drive my point, let's take her relationship with Harvey Weinstein, for example.
Let's go.
Winfrey and Weinstein have had a professional relationship that stretches back 2 decades. There are many photographs of her kissing and hugging the mogul at awards ceremonies and events sponsored by the Weinstein Company. She has starred in and produced movies that his company distributed, including The Butler and The Great Debaters. For those who may not know, Harvey Weinstein is an American filmmaker who rose to become the face of an abuser for the #Me Too movement. Per the news, 5 years ago,
and do you know what's so disgusting about this Harvey Weinstein stuff is the fact that people knew. But when you have money, and you're powerful, mate, it's the same thing that's going on today. Elon Musk is changing I know this might be crazy, I'm switching topic, but Elon Musk is changing the Twitter sign to X. But he can do that because he owns it. One person shouldn't be allowed to have that kind of money. Because you want this, you want that. Like, we as human beings here, the fact that once we have money, you feel like you can buy everything. It's just like, I want this, I want that. Mate, Harvey Weinstein was a dirty pop. So to hear that Oprah Winfrey was chilling with him as well, come on. They said, show me your friends and I'll tell you you are. I didn't say that, but the people said it. Yeah.
Story that had long been whispered in the halls of agencies and studios, as well as on film and television sets, finally became public.
Wow.
A series of bombshell articles revealed that Harvey Weinstein harassed and assaulted dozens of women for decades and used his power to bully them into silence. According to TMZ, Weinstein said, Winfrey encouraged him to defend himself publicly, implying that the TV host might have actually been on Weinstein's side against so many women.
Yeah, I think she was definitely on the island with Harvey Weinstein. She definitely would have been there, 100%. Because was it Harvey Weinstein? No, not Harvey Weinstein. No, sorry. What's the other guy's name that died on the island? I forgot his name. But can you tell me what guy am I thinking of? I know Harvey Weinstein. There's another guy died on the island. I can't remember now.
However, her people said they never spoke directly, and she was only interested in talking to him for a TV interview.
Let's talk about what's happening with Harvey Weinstein. I know you posted on.
So I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
Interestingly, Winfrey made no mention of Weinstein during her inspiring Golden Globe speech. She has made it clear during other public utterances on the scandal that the cultural shift underway went much further than Weinstein's crimes alone. In fact, an aspiring actor, Britain's Katia Noble, who spoke at a press conference in November, alleges that Weinstein forced himself on her in a hotel room in Cannes in 2014 and said he used his relationship with Winfrey to groom her. I mean, she could deny it all she wants, but this basically establishes a connection that just seems too close to supporting him. Well, in truth, we shouldn't be too surprised that she might have been on Weinstein's side. I mean, this is someone that lied to the world.
Do you know what's crazy? When I think of Oprah Winfrey, I'm thinking of her helping girls, helping women helping black women in the 80s, 70s. She's always giving things away. Oh, Oprah Winfrey's giving a car away. That's what I think of. This legend. But that's the thing. You don't know what people are doing behind closed doors, man. But I'm still intrigued about, I've heard this. I think earlier they said about something about having slaves in Africa. If I heard that would be a trigger to me. Obviously, I'm African, obviously, but that should be a trigger to anyone, not just because you're African. Anyone that hear that's like, what the fuck moment is that? Let's get back to this.
World about getting abused in her book just to boost sales. That's right.
Sorry.
The world about getting too surprised that she might have been on Weinstein's side. I mean, this is someone that lied to the world about getting abused in her book just to boost sales.
What the?
That's right. And that's not even the only lie she was exposed.
Who does that? Who lies about getting abused to boost sales? What the I never initiated that.
For in said book, exposure that came from her own family. Although Winfrey claims she never had any new dresses or dolls and had to adopt 2 cockroaches as pets growing up in rural Mississippi, her cousin contends she was actually relatively spoiled as a little girl. In the biography Oprah, author Kitty Kelly has claimed that Winfrey's tales have alienated her from much of her family. Where Oprah got that nonsense about growing up in filth and roaches, I have no idea, Catherine Carr Esters said. I've confronted her and asked, why do you tell such lies? Oprah told me that's what people want to hear. The truth is boring. Esther.
It is. Let's be honest. It is. She won't sell if she doesn't lie. She felt like she had to. That's mad. That's crazy. A lot of people became big because of that. A lot of controversy, you look at the big families in America, or them, the Kardashian family, the Kardashian family. It's all about controversies. What can you do? You can't believe in a normal life. People don't care about that kind of stuff. People are sick of saying that. They want to see you doing something crazy. They want to see you being sad, you crying. Look at Britney Spears. When she was crying, when she was going crazy. And people loved that. People didn't care that much when she was having a normal life. Even now, you only see her in the news when something bad is happening. But that doesn't mean she...
also added that the man in Oprah's life, Stedman Graham, was not really her partner, but rather a fixture to convince her audience that she was normal. Oprah keeps Stedman around because she wants her audience to accept her as a normal woman with a man in her life. But from what I saw during those 4 years, I can tell you there's nothing there with Stedman, nothing at all. James Van Sweden, a landscape architect who spent years working for the couple, said the tabloid also quoted Oprah's father, Vernon, as saying, she may be admired by the world, but I know the truth. So does God, and so does...
Imagine for your own dad to say that. That shows you must be hiding something. Our own dad said that. That shows something's going on. No. Your dad. People can lie, friends can say this, but something fishy is going on.
As Oprah, 2 of us remain ashamed, Vernon said. And you know what they say about liars, it's usually a pattern. This was further proven by the other series of controversies Oprah got caught up in as time passed. One of these was the case of the false guru she brought on her show a while back.
Ooh.
Is better known as João de Deus, or John of God. He's a Brazilian medium healer, subject of a profile by Oprah. Faria became famous for his intense methods of healing. Though he doesn't have a medical license, he performs both spiritual healing, praying intensely for believers and placing hands on them to cure their afflictions, and what appear to be actual surgical procedures without anesthesia. Faria has been written about for years since his practice started in 1978, but an episode of Oprah in 2010 devoted to him raised his profile exponentially. Later, 4 women appeared on Brazilian television to accuse Faria of abusing them when they'd come to him for assistance. Speaking on TV Globo, 3 of the women described their encounters with Faria to host Pedro Bial on condition of anonymity. Dutch choreographer Zahira Lineker-Moos decided to be named and said that during one of her trips to see the healer to be cured of the trauma of previous sexual assault, he took her into a back room and had her masturbate him.
What the f... Are you joking? And this is the kind of person Oprah Winfrey is. And don't tell me she wouldn't know. Trust me, someone that big, before she walks with anyone, they would have done background checks. Sometimes you might just be like, knowing, just be like, I don't care. I'm used to that. Yeah, it's normal. If she can chill with Harvey Weinstein, why can't she chill with this guy? Again, let me know, please. Let me know in the comments. If you guys, this might be allegations, but you can't have too many allegations, mate. This is just way too much. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you.
He then had her pick out a gemstone from a set and granted special treatment. She has also accused him of raping her during another session. You would think that a scandal like this with her name attached to it would have been a he height. But as I give you these details, it gets even worse. More than a decade ago, the celebrity TV host set out to establish a high school in South Africa for just girls, but things quickly turned a different light not so long after its official opening.
Okay, sorry, this is the interesting one. Make sure you pay attention. This is what we heard earlier about having slaves in Africa for some girls. This is what we seen in the beginning. Let's go.
See, shortly after the all-girls high school opened in 2007, a school matron, Virginia Tiny Makopo, was charged with sexually molesting several girls.
No.
At the time, Winfrey flew to South Africa to offer a personal apology to the students and their parents, citing her own experience with sexual abuse, an experience that, if I might add, her own family refutes. Nothing is more serious or devastating to me than an allegation of
Again, people you're going to be employing to do this, you would have checked to make sure they're sane. And the fact that she lied about that happened to her when she was younger, that's messed up. You don't lie about that kind of stuff. You don't make allegations about that kind of stuff. That ruins lives. Mates. But that's the thing, people don't... Again, like if you become so big, you can literally, you can let people know what they want to see. I'm sure there's been times where some news want to break this, but then, she'll be like, nope. She's that big that she can stop some news outlet from, publishing this. She's that big. Let's be honest. She's a billionaire. She is that big. That's what Harvey Weinstein did, for so long. He's that rich that, but it gets to a stage where it's just too much. And I feel like that's the same here now. It just became too much that it's going to overflow. You can't stop it. Interesting.
Misconduct by an adult against any girl at the academy. Winfrey said in a statement at the time, "I will do everything within my power to ensure their safety and well-being." But where all of this actually goes south is when it hit the media a couple of months into it that Makopo, the same person that was charged for the evil act against those girls, was acquitted of the charges.
What the?
And then shortly after, Oprah gets on the news to say this.
And somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is it feels good.
Can you imagine just how far she's willing to go just to push her less than ideal narrative? And to top all of these already terrible things that have happened on account of her one way or the other, someone else in the entertainment industry has called her out. The person in question here is the comedian Monique. In a new interview with The Hollywood Reporter...
That was Monique earlier. I know I've seen that face before. Yes, makes sense. And I've seen her.
The 55-year-old comedian discusses both the origins and current standings of her public feuds with Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, and other celebrities. Everything started in 2004 when she met Daniels. The following year, she appeared in his directorial debut, Shadow Boxer. From there, Monique says, she and Daniels never stopped communicating, all the way up to her starring role in the 2009 film Precious. The film quickly earned critical praise and was part of the awards season discussion, something that Daniels, along with producers Winfrey and Perry, wanted to capitalize on.
See,
Monique,
that's one person that I know one day a big news is gonna break up. Is it Matthew Perry? Oh, Martin, what's his name? Something Perry, the black guy that does the thingy. I think one day something's gonna break. Watch. Allegations is gonna come up. Watch. It's too clean. It's too clean. And that's, again, it's just from experience. You've seen it so many times. Watch. It might not be true, but allegations are gonna come up. Watch out.
declined to go on a press tour without being compensated for her time, and thus the rift began. As for why she didn't want to fly to France to promote her critically acclaimed film, Monique told news outlets that the same thing she told Winfrey at the time. I said, Oprah, I'm doing a talk show. I'm doing a comedy tour. I have a husband and I have babies.
Wow.
Monique recalls. I have a little bit of downtime and I'm going to take advantage of it. So I'm not going anywhere because I'm not obligated to go anywhere. I've done my part. So we mutually agreed to disagree. That was it. And while you'd expect a fellow woman to understand that, it wasn't the case with Oprah. At least that's what Mo believes. Because according to the comedian, next thing I know, I am considered difficult and hard to work with.
Wow.
Adding that she feels she was blackballed.
And that would literally ruin your career. If someone like Oprah Winfrey is saying, yo, she's hard to work with, that would literally ruin. That's your ruined. Because people put this woman on such a high pedestal. It's crazy. I did. Literally, what... You guys don't understand. Even though I live in the UK, growing up, seeing Oprah Winfrey, she's so big. She's big.
In Hollywood as a result of the situation. And although this move from Oprah and the camp affected her whole life and career by extension, Oprah has to this day refused to apologize, which is why Monique decided to call her out again. Well, fans seem to know exactly what she is, and many haven't held back on speaking about it. One Redditor wrote, I've had firsthand contact with Winfrey. She is not a nice person. Stuff she gives away are given to her as write-offs. She comes off as a healer. However, she will leave you in the dust and ignore you unless you're on her level or you can help her. She was a FC person on my flight, and I tried to serve her. She ignored me and wouldn't even acknowledge to me if she wanted a drink or not on American Airlines. She's a total phony.
Wow.
Looks like there's a lot that goes on with her behind the cameras that most of us don't know about. Anyway, as with all other things in life, only time will reveal the truth. That's it.
And I feel like there's more stuff to come up. There's more, because you can't hide forever. The truth always comes out. Trust me. And just a final message I probably tell people is, don't treat people like gods, man. They're human beings like us. They bleed just like us. Yeah, so don't put people like, oh my god. You want to see more stuff like this? Check out the catalog. There's so many I've done. Let me know down below what you want to see. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the membership. Check out the Patreon. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.